next week. We want to get right to ABC's senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, who is in D.C. for us right now. Terry, did this come out of nowhere?
Well, no, this has long been a tension, as you noted, between President Trump, who came to power telling his voters, telling the United States that he wanted to end these long, long wars, and John Bolton, for his generation, the hero of the hawks and conservatives and neoconservatives who advocated a very aggressive projection of American military power around the world. They were at odds from the beginning, but the timing is a surprise, certainly. And John Bolton already responding on Twitter to the president's statement there. President Trump saying he asked for John Bolton's resignation. Bolton has just tweeted, "I offered to resign last night." And President Trump said, quote, "Let's talk about it tomorrow." So the usual drama in the Trump administration. But this is a major shakeup, no question about it. We are told that from people close to Ambassador Bolton, he was the UN ambassador, that he is proud that no bad deals, quote unquote, no bad deals were made while he was National Security Advisor. A sign there that he opposed President Trump's effort to make a deal with the Taliban, one that President Trump wanted to do and culminate at Camp David until he canceled that earlier this week. So this is no doubt a major shakeup in the Trump White House and one that now opens the door for a different direction in that revolving door at the National Security Council.
Yeah, definitely a rocky relationship, Terry. And again, the third National Security Advisor, he's preceded by H.R. McMaster as well as Mike Flynn. I want to bring in ABC's Chief Global Affairs Correspondent, Martha Raddatz. And Martha, Terry just touched on it. The timing of this is very precarious because President Trump has sensed a diplomatic opening with both Iran and North Korea, and now he fires his National Security Advisor.
Exactly, and President Trump knew all along where John Bolton stood on a lot of these international issues. He is a hardliner. John Bolton was at odds with him over Iran, over China, over North Korea. And North Korea, we just had once again last night a test fire of short-range missiles. That's been at least 8 rounds of test-fired missiles since July, when President Trump, in what amounted to little more than a photo op, met Kim Jong-un on the demilitarized zone that divides North and South Korea. But I think the big question now is who comes next. Does President Trump want someone who strictly agrees with him, or will he get some sort of differing opinion? And given what just happened to John Bolton, it may be someone who is more closely aligned to how President Trump views these foreign policy issues.
And Martha, any ideas on who that could be? Again, this is his third National Security Advisor. We've seen Mike Flynn, H.R. McMaster come and go through that office. Any ideas?
No ideas at this point. But again, I think President Trump is clearly looking for someone who thinks in the same way he does. John Bolton was very much hardline, don't just trust, verify, was constantly pushing the president on these issues and butting heads. So my prediction is it will be someone a little more in line with the president's thinking.
Someone aligned with the president. Martha, thank you. Kira Phillips also in D.C. for us. And Kira, you're at the White House. What are sources telling you about how this all went down?
Well, I think Martha really hit it when she said that hardlined, that Bolton and the president butted heads. You know, over the past year, I've been talking with White House sources that have told me that their relationship was very contentious. I followed up with those same White House officials, those sources, and Paula, them telling me that Bolton actually has felt undermined by the president, and also that the president has embarrassed him from time to time. So when you hear Bolton described as a hawk, this is somebody that if he feels embarrassed, if he feels undermined, he's not going to want to stay in this position necessarily. Paula.
All right, Kira, Terry, and Martha, thank you for your reporting again. Just to recap, President Trump has announced that his National Security Advisor, John Bolton, is out after just over a year and a half on the job. This is his third National Security Advisor. We're going to return now to regular programming. We will continue coverage on ABC News Live, our 24/7 streaming channel, available on abcnews.com and on all of your devices. Also, we'll have a complete wrap-up on World News Tonight with David Muir. I'm Paula Ferris in New York. Have a great day, everyone.